Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of In Real Life. Wow, it's been a while. Took a little break from In Real Life, but we back with the last two episodes of the whole series. And of course, the last two episodes had to be one of my dogs. Like, been in this thing since
course.
what, 2013, right?
Yeah. It's been like,
It's been since my freshman
2013.
year of college, which was fall 2013.
That's
Yeah,
true.
this is my friend, y'all, my real friend. Like y'all know him as Hysteric, but that's Blake to me. It's Blake.
Yeah, I'm one of the first 8 people she met.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so briefly, Blake has been on the show before. We did
I just
a
made that number.
episode on dating like a while ago, and it was him and two other friends of mine. But this is his first episode with just him. So, look at him. He feeling special.
I do. I at that. Listen, I do. Hold on now. You got a microphone. So do I.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here we are.
first time anybody has ever just pulled out the microphone like that. We love to see
Mm-hmm. Listen. All right. Come on
we love
now.
to see it. Okay, I'm here for the microphone. So briefly, I'm gonna tell y'all how I met Blake. I met him literally the first few weeks of me being on campus because we both went to Wayne State, and he's a year above me, so he was a sophomore when I got there. And I met him either right before his birthday or right after. It was right after your birthday. His birthday is in September. So I met him like towards the end of September, and he just randomly, a mutual friend of ours was in my room, and she was like, I'm about to be right back. So I'm like, okay. And I'm getting ready. And then she comes back with this random person, which was Blake.
Is
To my room. And I was just like, you didn't even ask me if somebody could come right now, but I'm gonna be nice. So yeah, I met him that day. And from there, Blake has grown so much, y'all. Like he was a totally different person back then. I've
that's true.
seen I've seen like the gradual growth of like 2013 Blake to 2022 Blake.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You definitely saw some growth up here and like in here.
Blake is one of my three male best friends that I have. Out of the three, he's I've known you the longest second. So you, Jalen, and Drew. Yeah, Blake been here for a long time, y'all.
Yeah.
We going on 10 years next year. That's a long time to be friends with somebody. But this is my dog. Like this is really
The
my
10
dog.
years?
It's been
That's
almost 10
crazy.
years. Ain't that crazy?
I can't even think of too many things that I've done for 10 years straight. You know what I'm saying? I barely I barely made music 10 years straight. Like what? Like that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. First off, this art in the back is dope. I like that.
Oh, thanks. Yes. Shout out to Vammy. He's a dope artist. I just found him on Instagram. I really like how you can just be on social media. You just
Mhm.
be on Instagram and like you will come up on like something cool. You know what I'm saying? Like so that was just one of those things. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
need
dope.
I need it.
All right, so we here. That's our backstory, and ever since then, we've been friends. Um, yeah, it's been a great 9 years of friendship. So we here to talk about something really special. It's special to me too because I was there. Like he said earlier, he haven't even been making music for 10 years straight. I was there at the beginning of the career. Like Blake
Mhm.
went to Wayne State to be an engineer. So he was in school and rapping on the side. And it started out as, and correct me if I'm wrong, but from the outsider looking in, it started out as, a hobby is something that you want to do, but you didn't quite know yet if you really wanted to pursue this. And then he got serious about it and he was full
Mhm.
time doing music and in school at one point, which being an engineer is not easy. So I was there for those long nights of us both doing homework. And
Um,
he was about to drop out every other day.
and those long nights of us not doing homework.
Those long nights of us not doing homework, you rapping, we just sit there being goofy. Us having these long RNCs, like, yeah, it's
That is a crazy time to think about. That's so crazy. Like we was literally sitting in a study room aimlessly. Like just sitting there like looking confused at each other. Like,
mad.
mad and confused and like but just like cracking up, and we for sure had snacks on deck. That was
Always. Always. Y'all know I love to eat. Blake does too. That's one of my eating buddies as well. Yeah, so good luck with that. It's his most recent project. I was there. I was thinking about this the other day. Y'all, I was there during the Nachos era. And if you've been following, I'm gonna call you by your stage name because I need to do that. So if y'all have been fans of Hysteric from like towards the beginning, I don't remember if Nachos was the beginning, but to me that was the beginning. Am I wrong?
That's like not inaccurate. I would say that's the first time I would say that's the first time I did something and a mass of people recognized me for it.
Okay, so Nachos, he had he had the shirts. I still got my shirt.
Oh,
he had the
wow.
shirts. Like that was the first time he actually promoted, I believe, like on a serious level, your music. So going from Nachos to this project, good luck with that. Of course, you know, I'm VIP, so I heard the project first or whatever. And and I randomly put up on him in Detroit because I like to surprise my friends. So he didn't even know I was there. And I pulled up and he let me listen to the project. And I was just like so proud because although Blake will say, Hysteric will say himself that, you know, I used to suck at rapping and like I worked on it and I studied and I practiced and all the things. I never thought that he was whack though, ever this whole period of time. I do see growth for sure, but I never thought he was whack. So, you know, we always are worst critics, but yeah, this project is really his mature project, his mature album. And let me clarify, it's an album or EP? It's an album, right?
It's an album.
Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, he's just come a long way, and I know that was a very long introduction, but I'm gonna get into the first question.
Fire! I appreciate it. That was a great introduction. I appreciate it. We lit.
When was the moment that you knew that you wanted to pursue music professionally? And I don't think I know the answer to this question. So even though I was there, I don't know like his epiphany, like, you know what, I'm about to do this for real.
That's a great question. I think that that's a good question that I haven't thought about in theory for real. It's like something that, how do I say? I feel like one day I just kind of woke up into it and I didn't even realize that what I was doing was taking it seriously. You know what I'm saying? So like, well, at first, for example, like Nachos, you were talking about like the t-shirts, for example. I wasn't necessarily in the mindset that I was taking this seriously. I was more so in the state that I might be able to get some money off some shirts. And also the shirts are dope. So like I'm gonna wear a shirt and maybe some other people will wear shirts. But I wasn't thinking like, oh, like I'm going to do this professionally. But one day when I graduated college, so 4 years after 2012, when I originally started, and so in like 2017 or so, I was sitting at home and I was like, you know, I don't know. I just thought about like my potential and what I was like already doing while I was in college. And now that I was out of school, and didn't have the burden of um
Once he
having to
got
go
his
to the
freedom papers.
yeah, I don't have to go to UGL, you know.
The
If I
UGL.
I didn't go there no more. So I'm like, okay. I said to myself, I was like, I think I could probably make something of myself with this. Like, I do enjoy it. I did it for basically for really for like a recreation all this time so far,
Mhm.
building my skill to like see like how good, I can become or how much I like fall in love with it. And then anyway, I was just like, yeah, actually I still love this, even though I'm not in college and I'm not around everybody all the time anymore. I still find myself making music and like talking to people about music and trying to link up to make music. So, yep, I was just like, I'm gonna do it. So
So you would
2017.
say like 2017-ish.
Yep.
Wow. I don't know. In my brain, it feels like it was before then. But
Yep. Because like I was putting out stuff for show. I was putting out like I had put out I put out that. I put out Bed Sheets One in college.
mhm.
I put out a few singles. I put out Party Favors when I was in college, was the
Mhm.
last thing I put out in college. And then well, I would say towards like Party Favors, I was more like on a okay, like I'm gonna have a party for it,
Mhm.
maybe. And but it really was just like an excuse to have a birthday party too. And
Bed Sheets 2 was the beginning of the classics to me.
now that was 2017, right when
Okay. Well, okay.
exactly right
Yeah.
when I said exactly that was the moment I said, yeah, all right, I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna shoot some music videos. I'm gonna come up with a plan. I'm gonna come out with rollouts, and like I'm gonna actually do what I was already kind of doing, but with like more intention this time.
What is your creative process?
Um, Sometimes, you know, I feel like I try to be disciplined, but I feel like I also am gaining more of a knowledge of how my brain operates, right? So
Mhm.
like for example, like some people go to the studio every day. I certainly don't, but it's mostly because I wear a lot of hats, right?
Mhm.
So my creative process with me kind of being the sole proprietor of this Hysteric brand right now, it's kind of like I just let whatever hits me hit me in the moment, right? So but I try to keep track of it in like a schedule, right? So basically, I know that some weeks I can afford to be more creative versus a week like this where I've had to be more like business and social performance operated. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So like um my whole process is kind of like, you know, I get up and I literally feel out the day. I already kind of like automatically assume that I have to make content. So I go into making an Instagram story with me talking to people and engaging. And then like after, I talk to Instagram and TikTok and, kind of get some content out in the morning, I kind of do my little, 9 to 5 stuff, whatever. But then after that all is done, I just think about the priorities. Do I need art that needs to be done? Is there more support and is there more content that needs to be created?
Mhm.
Um, do I want to try and do something different and maybe like do like an art pop up, or maybe like I come up with different ideas and things to like expand the brand, right? Or do I need to set up pop out Thursdays right now? So
Mhm.
I feel like it bounces around a lot. When it comes to making music, though, um, when it comes to music in specific, I feel like now that I've become a producer too, I usually start by looking for like samples, or I just start making a beat, and then I'm kind of make beats until I make one that I like.
Mm.
Sometimes that turns into me making beats all night, but sometimes, like sometimes I make a beat and I just know in my mind the lyrics just come right to me before like I really write them down, kind of. And when I get that feeling, I usually, it's like a feeling like I'm just like I just know it. Like I just know when, like in my mind, when I just start like, you know, and then I just kind of freestyle the whole song a few times just to get an idea of what different cadences I can hit throughout the beat of the song type that it is. And then I basically write based on whatever patterns I've decided are the best from the freestyles that I do to the beat.
So that's how your brain works.
Yep.
So you start out with a beat first. Has there ever been a time where you know the lyrics before you hear the beat?
Oh, yeah. I think totally. I feel like a lot of the times the lyrics are sometimes they're really, I feel like most of the time they're really easy. The lyrics, like for me, they personally don't, it doesn't take forever. Like I think about them for sure, but I don't feel like it takes me that long, you know, to really come when I start writing and I feel that spark of inspiration, I guess. But some songs, like the title song on this album, Good Luck with That. That song, I had the beat sitting for like months. And one day, and like I just kept like trying to think of something to write to it, but it, like was never hitting me, you know. And one day it did. And when it did, it was easy. You know, it was like, okay, cool. And I just kind of wrote it out.
What piece of work do you dislike the most?
Mm. Bed Sheets 1 is bad.
Oh, little background behind that. So I remember him when he first started the whole bed sheet series, which I think you should do a bed sheets 3, but that's beside the point. I remember I was like, why are you calling it that? And he was like, because they're covers. You get it? And I was like,
That's actually kind of horrible.
I was like, okay. All right, Blake. You're great. Bed Sheets 1 is the cringy project for you.
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's so bad that I've deleted some of the songs from SoundCloud.
That's not okay.
I'm sure there's only certain people who have every song from Bed Sheets 1 in the universe right now because they downloaded it before I deleted it. Yep, Bed Sheets 1 was not the one.
You need to keep stuff like that so you can look back and be like, look how far I came.
Oh, I got it.
You got it. It's just not for the world.
Y'all don't got it. I got it.
What was the inspiration for Good Luck with That?
Well, you know, it's kind of like when I was doing like the 107 ciphers before I did it, it was like I was about to do it. And then while I was doing it, it was like, can I keep up with doing it? And then once I was done doing it, it was like, can I do something else that's like almost as good? So what am I saying in theory? I feel like a lot of times we to ourselves and other people from external sources say, good luck with that. Or like something that is synonymous, right? So it's like something that you say, and sometimes people mean it, sometimes people don't really mean it. It's sometimes you say it and you really are like, oh, I can do this. And sometimes you're like, I'm not sure if I can do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, after that was over, it was like, okay, well, what else am I gonna do? Because I had like different options at the time, but nothing at the time for me screamed necessarily like I would have real ownership over what I was doing, nor would I really be like into what the whole scene was. You know what I'm saying? For me personally. So I was just like, okay, well, I need a way to, you know, just keep on doing this consistently. But the biggest way I thought about doing that was becoming my own producer and engineer, right? So I was like, okay, well, if I can do that, then I can make beats all the time, then I can like support my own thing, right?
Because that was your biggest mountain, I feel like, at one time.
Yeah.
Finding producers and audio engineers that will be consistent and affordable and all the things. So once you
Mm-hmm.
started taking on that hat, then I think it became easier for you, maybe.
Yes, but but the thing was I was thinking about it was, and that all of that's so true, and what I was thinking about all of that was, oh, this might take me some years to do, like to actually pull this off. It might take me some years to like even get good enough to, for me personally, in my mind, because that's what it always is. It's always in your head. So I'm not saying that this is like law, but I think that we all have our own artist standard, in our mind. And me, I was like, okay, I'm not just gonna rap over just anything here. So I did one song in 2020 on Caught in the Present called Walkers, and that was the first time I ever produced a song and put it out. I thought the beat was pretty good at the time, but I wasn't ready to do a whole album of me rapping on beats. And the whole time I was saying to myself and other people from external sources, like I was saying, like when I was telling people that I was going to produce my own stuff, and when I was telling certain people that I was about to like start recording and engineering my things as well, I felt like good luck with that was kind of like the energy that like I was getting from that, because people are so used to you doing like one thing. They're so used to you like rapping, or like or not even just rapping, but sometimes people are just used to you working with them type of thing. Like they're used to you like y'all getting together and collaborating, right, and doing stuff. And to hear that you are going to do your own thing, like I say about good luck with that. Sometimes it is great and they are genuinely excited, and sometimes it is a different type of energy that's almost an indirect thing, right? So anyway, I decided to call it good luck with that, because just based on that whole, and it not even just from other people, it's myself as well, right? I feel like I was telling myself, like, yeah, I hope you can do this. I hope you pull this off. Like, good luck, bro. Like, I hope you really can do this. Like, you done built the studio now. So
Right.
yeah.
What do you want your fans to get out of this project?
I want people to know that, there's nothing wrong with doing what you gotta do for your own happiness, right? You want something a certain way, well then have it a certain way. YOLO.
This is not even one of the questions, but I'm gonna ask, what made rap what inspired you to rap? Because I don't even think I know that answer to it. Like, was it a particular artist? I mean, I know obviously you love rap music, but and not just rap music, y'all. Let me let y'all know, Blake listens to a lot of different types of music. So
That's factual.
yeah, he does. But I would safely say that rap is probably his favorite. So yeah,
True.
what was it, just one person, like one rapper you was like, I want to do that?
That's a good question, and I know the answer to that question too. Well, like a two-part question. One, I was going through a breakup at the time, and I was like, I kind of rapped a little bit in middle school, but it wasn't anything serious. Like I didn't even really like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't know this, y'all.
no, I'm telling you, I probably wrote like 2 or 3 raps throughout my whole life before that. And I can't even, I think it's just like, how do you know how like, kids in Detroit just do stuff. Like I was,
Yes, it's
I was
true.
probably kicking it with my friends one day and they was all like, oh, let's write some raps. And I jokingly wrote a rapper too. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even really recall, but one day I was going through a little, like I said, a little breakup thing, and I was like, I'm gonna write a song or something, whatever. I wrote a little whatever song, but I was like, this might be all right, So, but then also, the 2012 BET ciphers, Eminem was on there with Royce da 5'9" and Joe Budden and Slaughterhouse Joel and Crooked Eye, all of them. And when Eminem came on, well, when Joe Budden and really that whole cipher is really
that whole cipher was fire.
But when M came on, I was like, yo, this is ill. And at the time, I think I was still in high school, and my man's Mike Feezy. Shout out to Mike Feezy. He was a rapper at our high school, and he had a bunch of like unreleased Eminem songs, and he gave me a CD or two of them, and I was listening to them, and yeah, all my early stuff sounds just like Eminem. So
we gonna have to go into the safe.
Like a lot
I ain't even heard the early stuff. Yeah, I need to hear that, Blake. I
got like a song or two. I can definitely play you something. Yep. No, straight Eminem.
How do you see your own growth? I know that's a very broad question, but if you can kind of like make it more specific.
Sure. Well, if it's about, well, there's two categories. I mean, personal growth and, maybe like
artistry, your growth in artistry.
Sure. I imagine that I am going to make better songs. I think I'm gonna make better songs. I think I'm gonna make better songs. And I think that, and that kind of sounds simple, but like, nah, I think that I'm on, I think that good luck with that is a really, 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 really strong step, if not that step on to the exact direction. You know what I'm saying? That like, I feel like it needs to kind of go in, but I feel like I'm in reality, in the back of my mind, I feel like I have not hit the verge of myself making like a really big song that I also happen to be a fan of when I made it, and it was still in my Hysteric universe. And I imagine that I become a really more impressive technical writer, because back in 2012, I really enjoyed Eminem. I not so much, I was like, on Eminem's songs, but I really liked appreciated the technique. And I still do in this present day. But like, I imagine that. So when I kind of go through hip hop and I look at like stuff that I did in the past, and like I look at stuff I do today, for example, like I do like compare like techniques. Like, so I try to do new techniques every year. And like, so like for like on Good Luck With That, like I sing on a few songs. I got like there's different like flows that I typically don't use on this one. And I'm trying to like do more of that in the future. I want to get better at doing more styles and
elevate.
Right. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be even more mean. I feel like it's gonna be I feel like I'm really good in a few years.
All right. Why? Oh, like I said, I've been there since the beginning. So I've seen, and we've had plenty of conversations throughout our time of knowing each other where we hit a block or we're frustrated. And my question to you is, what keeps you going?
Well, you just got to do what you want to do. So
that's a good answer.
You got to do what you want to do. See, look, ain't nobody gonna get in the way of what you want to do, for real.
That
right?
part.
Right. So like there are gonna be obstacles for sure, you know. But what do you really want to do? What are you really gonna do at the end of the day, right?
Mhm.
Um, if you know something within yourself and you but it comes with a set of honesty too, right? So that's the kind of like double edge to it, right? Like you have to have the level of honesty and you have to have the faith too,
Mhm.
right? So you have to be faithful enough to say, okay, like you know what I'm saying, I'm on my way. This is doing something. What I'm doing right now is doing something. But you also have to have that honesty to say what you need to improve on if you're not doing this. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying on this side, right? So I feel like but that's the honesty part. I feel like it's really, I don't know. I can't even say that. What I will say is that there's definitely been some times where I've had to break down the honesty barrier, and there have been other times I've had to break down the faithful barrier. You know, where I'm just like, okay. So now I'm in this space where I am not feeling unfaithful, nor am I not feeling like I'm being dishonest with myself
Mhm.
about my own work. So it is a little easier now for me to operate and move forward because all I'm doing is paying attention to, um, all I'm doing is moving with the current moment in time, right? So it's not even so much about like I have some end goals, but it's really about what am I doing right now? Am I working harder than I was yesterday?
Mhm.
Am I really being honest with myself and am I working as properly as I should as compared to who, you know, whatever, you know? Am I putting in the work basically, you know? And if the answer is no, then and then it's just time to keep going. It's time
Mhm.
to figure out, it's time to re
Time to
strategize.
assess. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Last question.
mhm.
What is your favorite song off the project?
My favorite song is probably, my favorite song is probably Player Talk because
Really? Because that's my favorite song.
that song is a, that song is banging. And you know what?
It's a
People are
summer
not,
vibe.
it is, I think it is. I think so. That's a good song to drive to
Mhm.
at night.
Mhm.
Like I like that song at night, and
Drop top.
it's yeah, it is. It is like a, you know, like a, it's easy to listen to, and I feel like it's like one of those times that I feel like I wrote a strong song, and it's very different than a lot of songs that I typically write. You know,
Mhm.
it's not too lyrical. It's not like over your head. It's very upfront, but like I admire writing styles like that. Like 21 Savage, for example, is a good example of somebody who writes rhymes that are very like brash and straightforward, but
Mhm.
they're like really like like that's, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
Still, it was simple, but it was hard. Like
Mhm.
so.
Yeah. I didn't know you were gonna say that.
Mhm.
Marshall's is his first, to me, his first really Detroit, because everybody know Detroit got a sound. And if you don't know that, you need to go listen to
Mhm.
Detroit artists, right? That is his first, because I never really considered him as a Detroit artist because he didn't make, the Detroit type of music. But that song is very Detroit-esque. And
Mhm. Mhm.
you
And
kind of got that flow, like the Detroit flow going on there. Yeah.
uh-huh.
I just
Yeah.
found that funny because I was like, wait a minute.
Because I, well, you know, it does have that Detroit, like a mainstream Detroit sound, and it had to happen. It had to happen. I was
It
going
had
to
to
say
happen.
everybody else is getting off in the flow. I was gonna get off on the flow at
You had
least.
to let them know that you could do it.
Right. It's one of those like a rite of passage almost. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing anything without, you know, or doing this song. Plus, and that was the last song that was the very last song on the album that I wrote too.
Uh,
Because in my mind, I was thinking, I was like, wow, I need a song that's like, I need a banger. I need a song that like
mhm.
goes in. And I was trying for a long time to make a song like that. And then I finally made that song.
All right, that's all I got for you, kid. Any last words for the people?
Good luck with that. Don't ever give up. Good luck with that, and don't ever give up. And you gotta do what you want to do out here, right? It's always gonna be something coming up. There's always gonna be opposition with motion. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always friction going on. You know what I'm saying? But you have to keep, you know, your wherever your mindset is, you have to just stay on that. You know, don't get distracted, don't feed into bullshit, and be smart, be kind to people, you know, and show up on time to places, and you will likely be very successful.
Come on, brother Blake.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's all I got for y'all on this episode of In Real Life. Thank y'all for everybody who's supportive. And go and listen to Good Luck With That. It's on all music platforms, right?
Yes.
I prefer Apple Music, but you know, if y'all Spotify people, you know, go do that.
I prefer Pandora.
Really?
No.
I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.